Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, thanks for checking this video out. Hopefully by the end of the video you'll be a subscriber and hopefully you'll smash that like button. If you're already a subscriber, as always, thank you for checking out another one of my videos. Now, I had planned on making this video today anyway, but I've just come home from work and found out that Jose Mourinho has been sacked. Now, I am a Manchester United fan. If you're wondering what the shirt is, this is a Denton Villa shirt, my Let's Play series. Go check it out. Find links down below. But yeah, Jose Mourinho's been sacked. Now, I've supported Jose. His first season, I think he was decent. I had a lot of hope, you know. The second year, okay, it's just gone worse. I don't like watching United. I didn't like watching United under Louis van Gaal. I feel like last few years, I grew up watching a great team. Even when we got beat, we always played well. We always tried. We always attacked. And I don't get any enjoyment at the minute out of watching United. So I'm quite happy this has happened. I think the season's finished anyway. We're not going to really do well in the Champions League. We've just drawn Paris, so you never know, but I doubt it. We might go on a good run. You never know. But it looks like we're going to get a caretaker manager the rest of the season and they're going to bring somebody in. But I had planned this video anyway with these three managers, mainly because the names that a couple of my friends we were talking about and the names that are coming up in the press. Ryan Giggs always gets mentioned. He had a brief stint as manager. Personally, I don't want Ryan Giggs. But the other two interest me. One is Zidane, who won 3 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. And apparently he's learning English. So I like that idea. It's different. And Pochettino at Tottenham. And I love that idea because I think he's done a great job with Spurs. No, he hasn't won anything, but you know, look at this year, no stadium, no signings, he's done really well. He might kick on again at United. So we're going to have a look at these three guys in charge of Manchester United. We're going to just put them in charge for one season, this season, with the same squad Jose had. And they've got the same transfer budget that you get at the start of the game. So it'll be interesting to see if they use it. Do they all sign the same player? Or do they use it in different ways? And who will be the most successful, right? Will it be Zidane, Giggs, or Pochettino? Now, before you watch the video, why don't you have a bet with yourself? Write down below who you think is going to be the most successful. We're just going to have a look at each manager at the start, jump forward to the end of the season and see how well they did. So yeah, thank you for checking out the video. Smash that like button, check out my Denton Villa series, and let's get into it. Well, the first manager we're going to take a look at is Zinedine Zidane. Absolute legend as a player. I grew up with being able to watch him play for Juve and Real Madrid. Yeah, he was class. Absolutely class. He says his favourite player, the best player he reckons there ever was in his era, was Paul Scholes. I read that once. So right, we're here now. It's the 25th of June. It's the very start of the game. At the beginning of this current season, the 2018-2019 season. And he's in charge. He's got the same squad as Jose, but he will have some money to spend, which is fair enough. They're all going to have the same amount. So maybe add a player or two, see if they can tweak the squad and maybe be successful. Let's have a look at him. I'm hoping he does well because I quite like the idea of Zidane as United manager. And here he is. His stats are pretty decent on the game. He's 46 years old, so he's young as a manager. He's adaptable. Now apparently he's learning English in real life. He's determined, he's got great man management skills, which is something we probably need, to be honest. And he's a great coach as well. I mean, there are better managers stat-wise on this game. But he's only young as a manager, so he's got room to grow. And I think he did amazing at Real Madrid, didn't he? 3 back-to-back Champions League titles. It's something pretty special. Now, this is the squad at the start of the game. You've got Valencia injured, Romero injured, Dalot and Matic injured. Now, as a Man United fan, whenever I get a new Football Manager game, I always play as United. I put a few seasons in just to see how the game is. And I did quite well. But I did spend quite a bit of money and I sold some players. I just think the squad's got some good players in this squad, but I think it lacks balance and it lacks a few key signings. So I'd be interested to see what kind of tactic he uses. What players he uses. Does he sell anyone? Does he bring anyone in? I can't wait to see that, I'll be honest with you. Now, according to the book, United should finish 4th, and we should have done in real life, really. We can't see it now. We'll be lucky if we don't get relegated, to be honest. But But we've got a great goalkeeper, that's one good thing. But can he finish in the top 4? And that's what we're going to look at. If one of them wins the title, that'll be brilliant. Champions League, well good. But we'll go off trophies really. We'll see who wins trophies. If someone wins the League Cup and someone wins the Champions League, obviously the Champions League is the winner. But yeah, we'll have a look. I can't wait. Hopefully it turns out okay and they all don't absolutely bomb. But let's jump forward 12 months and let's take a look at what Zinedine Zidane did as Manchester United manager. Welcome to the 1st of July 2019, and it's good to see that Zidane is still the manager. So he didn't get sacked in his first season. Well, in the transfer market, he spent 100 million. He spent 140, but he brought 40 million in. He brought Silva from Leicester, Shelby from Newcastle. That's a bit random. Kieran Tierney, and I bought him. Left back from Celtic. I signed him as well. He's good. He's a good player. Junior, can't say his second name. Never heard of him, I'll be honest with you. Wilmar Barrios, and a player from Ajax. So he spent big. Fair play to Zidane. He's put his own stamp instantly on this team. And who did he get rid of? McTominay went out on loan, so did Rojo. Any significant sales? Phil Jones, well done. Wow, Chelsea spent way too much money on Phil Jones. A lot of other players out on loan. But did these signings do anything? Maybe. Let's look at his tactic first. This is his tactic, and it's a similar tactic a lot of people play. Most people either play with a defensive midfielder or an attacking mid. Me personally, if you watch my stuff, you know I like quite an attacking 4-4-2. I love two strikers personally. But this is how he's played. Fair enough. Interesting. But to be fair, it wasn't really good enough to do anything exciting in the league. Predicted to be 4th, and they came 6th. We'd probably be lucky to finish 6th in real life this season. That's disappointing. That is really disappointing. But he's kept his job. So did he win anything else? He did what he does best. He did what he does best. He won the Champions League. Not only that, right, that's why he's kept his job. What bloody hell, I hope this happens in real life. He won the Champions League. And he beat Man City in the final. Well done, man. Hey? It was only 1-0. But who cares? Alexis Sanchez scored the goal in the 34th minute. Wow. Pretty boring game, to be fair. Wow, not a lot happened, really. Man City didn't even get a shot on target. What's going on there, like? Fair play, though. Mensah played, I like that. Got young fullbacks, that's good. Lingard played. Yeah, that's okay. So, he finished 6th in the league. Don't matter about the domestic cups, he obviously didn't do well in them. But he won the Champions League. And he's already signed 2 players this summer. 2 absolute freaking worldies. Savic from Lazio, who is class on this game. Class. I've had him myself. Brilliant. And Hazard from Chelsea. He spent 142 million. That's super exciting. Now, because of that, do you know what? If this video does well, if it gets like a certain amount of views, I might do a part 2 where we go like 5 years or maybe 3 years into the future for each manager and see who has a better career. Because sometimes it takes a while, doesn't it, to warm up. But they're 2 world-class signings. Well, we've jumped back into the time machine and gone to another dimension. A dimension where Ryan Giggs is the Manchester United manager. Now, he had a short stint as United manager, didn't he? I personally don't want him yet. Maybe one day if he proves himself, because he's currently the manager of Wales. But I don't know. I think I want someone who's good. We need success now, and I don't know if Ryan Giggs could do that. I'll be honest with you. Just the way I feel. You may feel differently if you're a United fan. But yeah, so he's got the same squad, same odds. Is it going to work out differently for him? If we look at his stats, it looks like he's going to be a bit more of a struggle, maybe, because he hasn't got them stats yet. He's 44, so he's 2 years younger than Zidane. But you know what? He hasn't really. He just hasn't. I don't know. He's not there yet, is he? He's not really proven himself. Zidane's won 3 back-to-back freaking Champions League titles. Ryan Giggs hasn't done now. Do you know what I mean? If he wins the World Cup with Wales, we'll have him. But when it comes to his attributes, they're nowhere near as good as Zidane. So I'm expecting him to not be as successful. But this is Football Manager. You never know what's going to happen. Welcome back to the 1st of July 2019. And Ryan Giggs is still the manager. So he's not got sacked. He's into his 2nd season, or the beginning of it. How well did he do? I think he might have done better in the league, just from what I'm looking at there. But before we look at how well he's done in the competitions, let's see what he did in the transfer market. Well then, he only let go of £1.9 million of a player, which was Ashley Young pretty much to West Ham. The rest are tiny little farty amounts and a lot of loans. So Phil Jones didn't go this time. And he spent £103 million, brought in 4 players. Federico Chiesa, is that how you say it, from Fiorentina. Martinez from Atlanta United. Kevin Tierney again, yeah, so I think everyone buys that him as a left back, maybe. And Raul Rudiaz from Seattle. Well, 2 players from the MLS. So he hasn't spent as much, so yeah, is he as successful? Although I've noticed Marwan Fellaini on loan to Leicester. Random as frig. Right, how did he do in the Premier League? Did he get better than Zidane's 6th place finish? Yes, he did. Fair play, Ryan. Sorry, mate. I slagged you off. I said you wouldn't do as well, and you came second. So, you know, you got Champions League by finishing top 4. But did he win any trophies? Because if he didn't win any trophies, I'm having Zidane above him at the minute, because Zidane had the Champions League, didn't he? Well, he won 2. He won both domestic cups. English FA Cup winner and Carabao Cup / League Cup winner. Fair play, Ryan. Didn't realise you had it in you. I'll take that. Carabao Cup final would be Arsenal 2-0 goals from Chiesa and Lukaku. That was pretty good. And poor old Arsenal got beaten in the FA Cup final by us this time. So we beat Arsenal in both cup finals. Lukaku hat-trick and Sanchez got one in the 23rd minute. So I'm going to give it him. I'm going to say Ryan Giggs is winning now. Giggs is in first. Zidane's in second. Looking at Ryan's tactic, and he's gone for a standard 4-4-2. Old school Man United. I love old school Man United. When we had Keno and Scholes in the middle, a defensive and attacking central midfielder. We had a slow but excellent passer on the right wing. We had a tricky, wicked, fast left winger. 2 strikers and flat back 4. And that's how Ryan's gone for. And do you know what? I love a 4-4-2. Ryan loves a 4-4-2. And he's done well with it. Second in the league, only 2 points behind Liverpool and 2 domestic cups. And so far this season, he's made 2 signings for a bit more money. 162 million. He's bought Icardi, who is a goal beast. He's a goal machine on this game. I've signed him myself on a few saves. Last year, he was great. And Thiago from Bayern. So, you know, he's gone for a striker and a midfielder. I tell you what, right, honestly, get smashing that like button and watching this freaking video and sharing it, because if it does well, it'll be so interesting to have part 2, because they're making interesting signings. Both of them to have made interesting signings this second summer. And here we are with the 3rd and final manager, Mauricio Pochettino, the current Spurs manager, and the manager that a couple of lads at work were recently, well, just talking about him, and that's who they want. I won't argue, I'd have him. He's not won anything with Spurs, but I think like this year he's done really well, hasn't he? Not bought any players, not really had their own stadium. I just think a club like United, he might kick on a gear and go an extra level up. I think, you never know. He's a great manager though. I like him a lot. And if we look at his attributes, probably the best of all 3 of them. Really, really good attributes, you know what I mean? Great working with youngsters, which is a great attribute to have as a Manchester United manager, because we have got some great youngsters at the minute. Our youth team's doing fantastic. He's a disciplinarian. Like a young Alex Ferguson, isn't he? He's just all-round game's great. Well, here we are, 12 months in the future, and he's still got the job. So well done, mate. You must have done something, right? Because you do these experiments sometimes, and yeah, managers can get the sack, but he's not been sacked. But how's he done? Has he done well? Let's have a look at his transfers first. And here we are, and he's spent 140 million, the same amount as Zidane, but again, he's not sold a lot. Darmian's gone, Young's gone again, and weirdly, he hasn't bought Kieran from Celtic, but he has spent 140 million. Bought Williams from Bilbao, Piera from Porto, quite a lot of money. Semedo from Barcelona, Van Moos from Basel, that's a brilliant name, Van Moos, I love that. And Danny Rose from Spurs, so he's brought one of his Spurs boys with him. Interesting, I love how they've all done different things. Ooh, and he's got a different tactic again. So 3 different kinds of tactics, probably 3 different kinds of styles of play. Very exciting, I like that. This is similar to mine. I'd have these 2 just a bit more forward, and he'd be up top. So, be interested to see how well he's done. But I just love the fact they've all got different styles. Ooh, well, he got Champions League. I think we knew that he'd done something well, because you could see it at the top right if you were eagle-eyed when on the club page. But he came 4th, 73 points, so 10 points off 3rd. So Ryan Giggs absolutely bossed it in the Premier League. He knows the Premier League. Only though Ryan. I mean, Pochettino, but has played in it a lot or managed in it. So you've got Giggs in second, Pochettino in fourth place, and Zidane came sixth in the Premier League. But we know Zidane won the Champions League. Ryan Giggs won the FA Cup and the League Cup. Did Pochettino win anything? Well, he won the FA Cup, so he didn't end up empty-handed. They've all managed to win something. But yeah, a bit disappointed really. What an FA Cup final! Not because it was like some amazing score, but just because Watford got there. So fair play to Watford, but the hearts were broken by Manchester United and Pochettino's side. Pogba and Rashford got the goals, and they won 2-0. There you go. And so far, this season he's only made one signing, and that's Thiago. Spent 73 million on him. Wilson's gone on a free, Dunn's gone on a free, and we've loaned out that left back with the name I can never say. So we haven't spent too much yet. But like I said, if this video does well, I think it'll be interesting 5 years into the future for each one of them. And just see how well they do, who's the most successful, do they all keep the job. Can anyone win us our trophy back, the Premier League title? Well, there we go, that is the end of my Manchester United No Way Jose video to see how well 3 potential United managers would do this season now Jose is gone. I honestly believe it could be between Zidane and Pochettino. I think that's probably going to happen. I'll be surprised if it don't. If it's not one of them, I'll be shocked. I'll be honest with you. Looking like we're going to have a caretaker manager for the rest of the season, which is also a bit poo. But it is what it is. I'd get a manager in now. Give him some money and a transfer budget. January, innit? Let him spend something. Let him do something. Let him make a change. That's what I'd do. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you agree with me. I've got Giggsy as the winner, and then I'm going to put Zidane second because he won Champions League. Yeah. And Pochettino third. So there you go. Giggsy won it. And I hate Ryan Giggs. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you liked it enough to hit the like button. Just remember, it takes a second of your day to make my day. So smash it. Hit that like button now. If you are brand new, feel free to subscribe. And make sure you check out my Let's Play series with Denton Villa. I've got loads more videos coming out soon. Thank you, as always, for joining me. You've been brilliant. I've been Bood. And I'll see you next time.